Hey you guys, what's going on? So I'm back to do a tutorial for you guys. So I know it's been a minute since I have done any tutorials, and I'm sorry, you know, life has been crazy lately. But yeah, so I just thought I would come on here and make a video and show you guys how to do another tutorial on how how you can rather decorate the wooden silhouettes that I provide on my Etsy shop. I'll have the link down below in the description box. I did a video, wow, it's probably been over, I know it's been over a year, but I did a video over a year showing you guys how to decorate one, and I actually have it right here, the one that I showed you guys how to decorate. This is what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, I showed you guys how to decorate this one. And so I'm going to show you guys again how to decorate another one. I'm going to be probably using that same silhouette because I like that one, but I'm just going to go through also and just show you a few of the silhouettes that all the silhouettes that I have here, not all the ones that are on my website, but I just wanted to show you some ones that I do have available. So you have the little girl one with the afro puffs and the pierced ears. So you have that. Then this one is also a popular one, and it's just the plain afro puff. You can paint it, you know, you can add whatever embellishments you want on these. These are real popular. These are the ones that I have laser scored. I don't know if you guys can see, but she has facial features. She has the lips, she has the eyelashes, the brows. She has a little band, like a bandana thing, the hair outline. So there's that one. And you can just trace these. These will not rub off. These are engraved or scored into the wood, and you can paint over them. You will see it. Now, if you do like 4 layers of paint, then yeah, you're probably not going to be able to see the lines, but you will be able to if you just do a thin 1 or 2 layers of paint, or spray paint is what I use, and I'll show you guys in just a second. But if you do like 1 to 2 layers of paint lightly, then you'll still be able to see the features on here to be able to go over them and outline them. Okay, so this is another one. This is our short-haired diva. She's got the facial features and stuff that you can just like paint. The back is plain, okay, so you can paint that if you want or leave it blank. Normally I leave these blank because it's just going to be, you know, people can hang them on the walls. I don't provide the hardware or anything like that. Most of the time you can get the hardware. I forget what they're called. They're like little razor hooks, but you literally can like just glue them on the back. What I did with this one, and it's held up just fine, is I just glued, as you can see here, I know that's kind of ghetto, but if these are for yourself, I just glued a piece of string, a piece of yarn onto this, and I have it hanging on my wall by that, and it's hung up on my wall now for over a year. Okay, so that's what I did with mine, but they also do have hardware that you can use. But yeah, isn't she cute? So I have that one. I also have some male silhouettes. Again, facial features are scored in there. Okay, and again, you can add embellishments and paint them whatever color you want. And then this one is one of the most popular ones too. So this one I've made on a little bit darker wood, but normally the wood that I have is this color, and you can see the difference between this color and this color. So the wood that I sell is like this color. All the wood, another thing you guys have to understand is the wood, all wood is not the same. So all wood is not going to come like perfect. There's going to be defects, like, I don't call them defects. I mean, it's wood, and no wood is like perfect. So you're going to have like little things like these. I don't even know if you could see it, but you're going to have like little splotches and stuff like that on the wood, you know, darker spots on the wood, you know, and whatever. So not all wood is going to be just perfectly like plain. Okay, but anyway, this one is an old one that I've had for a long time, so I'm just going to use it to show you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I possibly am going to be using today to decorate. I don't know exactly yet what I'm going to be doing, so I'm just going to kind of be winging it. So the first thing, I'm going to be spray painting it. A lot of people ask what I use. I use the Rust-Oleum. I get mine from Walmart. It's like I want to say these cans are like $2 and some change, or maybe $3 and some change. They're not expensive at all, and these are great paint, okay? Spray paint. So this is what I use. The one I'm going to be using today is called Warm Caramel. So I'm going to be using that on here. And then I also got some paint markers. These are by ZR, whatever they are, but they look like that. So these are like the fine point ones, I believe. And then I have the bigger tip markers right here. These are also paint markers, so I'm going to be using those. I'm going to be using some fabric. I don't know which fabric I'm going to use yet. I don't know. I'm not going to use this one because I used that one on my other one. So I'll probably be using this fabric. This is some Ankara fabric. It's really pretty. So I'll probably be using this one. And then also, I think I'm going to add some hair to this one. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I got some just regular, y'all know, Kankalon hair. And then I also have these braids, these twists that I might put on it. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to really do with the hair. We'll see when the time comes. So what I am going to do, however, is I'm going to go ahead and spray paint this. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see or not, but I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to put this in a box and I'm going to spray paint it. Okay. And then make sure you shake this up good too. I'm going to put this in a box and spray paint it. And then once I'm done, I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like, but then I'm going to let it dry and then I'll come back after it's dry and I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then we will start decorating it. But I'm just going to show you for now, like, kind of how to do it. Okay. All right. All right. So that is enough. Like I said, one good layer is all. And I don't know if you guys can really see that. That's the color it is. And I don't know if you guys can see. You probably can't. Well, yeah, you can. You can see how you can still see all the lines on it. Okay. So that's what we want. That's what, you know, like I said, one layer. You can probably definitely do another layer if you want, but I think that's perfect because it's completely covered. Okay, you don't have to spray the whole thing if you don't want to, especially if you're covering the top part up with fabric or hair or whatever you may be covering it up with. You do not have to, you know, to spray paint that part. It's, you know, I don't know why I did, because I'm just going to be covering it up with fabric. But yeah, I would just spray paint the face and the neck, and that's it. But I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. These normally dry pretty quick. And once it's dry, we'll come back and we will start decorating it. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I am back. It is dry. This is what it looks like. And like I said, as you can see, you can still see all of the features through the spray paints. Okay, again, I used this Rust-Oleum. And this color is in Warm Caramel. Okay, and I just did like kind of one. I kind of went over it just very lightly with like one coat. You can definitely do 2 coats if you want. But I wouldn't do more than 2 coats because, like I said, even though this is scored into the piece, if you do like 3 or 4 layers, you know, of thick paint, of course, you're not going to be able to see the features to trace them. Okay, so now that it's painted, like I said, I did not paint the back. The back I'm leaving blank because it's going to be up on a wall. But if you're selling these to a customer or something, you want to paint the back, then go ahead and feel free to. It's up to you. So we're going to go ahead and just start tracing the features on here. So like I said, you can use paint markers. So these are some like fine tip paint markers that I have. And then I've got some other ones that are thicker tip paint markers. If you don't have paint markers, you can use like I'm going to show you with a Sharpie, just a regular Sharpie, I'm going to like outline some of the features that I want just to be in black. And then I have paint markers that I'm going to use for the rest of the face. Now a Sharpie, I'm not sure. I've never really used a Sharpie to color in anything. You know, I'm using black just to trace because I know black is going to show up. But like if you use red, like a red Sharpie, I'm not for sure. I would think that it would probably still show up on here, but not as good as paint. Or you can use just regular, you know, actual paint. Get you a small, just a small paintbrush. You know, if you have a really good steady hand or whatever, get a paintbrush, get whatever color you want to paint in the features. You can also do that. You don't have to have paint markers. It is just a little bit easier, and it's more, you know, it's just a little bit more precise when you use the markers. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start tracing the features that I want in black. So this part up here we're covering with fabric, so I'm not gonna worry about tracing this with anything. But if you wanted to, like if you want to paint the whole thing, then feel free to do that. You know, you can paint this color thing, you know, the head wrap, whatever color you want. You know, the possibilities are really endless with these. There's so much stuff that you can embellish these with. Yeah. But I'm just doing this for fun, just because, like I said, a lot of people keep asking me like how to do these. So right now I'm gonna do the eyes and the eyelashes. And again, this is just with a black Sharpie marker. Okay, and then I'm just taking the black Sharpie marker and I'm just filling in her eyelash. Okay. Okay, so that's her eye, and then this is her eyebrow. So that's going to be black as well. And then I'm just going to start at the tip and just, with little light strokes, just paint it in, color it in. You definitely, these silhouettes that I have that have the pre-drawn faces on them are great for people that may not have an artistic bone in their body. Like if you're not good at drawing, these pre-drawn faces are great since they're already on there. All you have to literally do is trace over them and you're done. So now I'm gonna go ahead and there's some little baby hairs right here that we're going to just trace. And you can actually add other features on there if you want to. You know, you can add like a little bit of extra baby hairs if you want to, like completely up to you. Completely up to you. Okay, so I just made my little baby hairs right there just a little thicker. Okay, and then we got some little baby hairs right here on the side that we're going to trace. Going to be a little extra. And I'm just filling it in. like I said, you can feel free to use regular paint with these if you have a really good steady hand. Feel free to do that. But like I said, with paint markers, it's nice because you can definitely be a little bit more precise. And then I'm just going to go ahead and outline the ear here. Okay, and let me do the neck right here. I'm just outlining the neck right here. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna do the eyeball right here. I don't know if I should do the eyeball. No, we're just gonna do white. So this is the eyeball. So I'm just gonna do that in white. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I don't care. That's what color we're gonna do it. All right. So, the nose, if you wanna add a little nostril there, you can if you want to. I don't think I'm going to. So then what we're gonna do, I'm pretty much done outlining, because like I said, this part I'm gonna do in fabric. This is the fabric, the head wrap part, I'm gonna do in fabric. The only other thing we're gonna do is do the lips, and I'm doing this with a paint marker. Okay, sorry for that, my camera cut off, but we're back. So I showed you guys, I traced all the other features in black, and now I'm just getting ready to trace the lips in this paint marker in red. It's like a really cherry red. So that's all we're gonna do now. Yeah, this is like super bright. I'm just gonna outline them and fill them in. And again, this is a paint marker. The one I had before, the black marker that I just used, was just a regular Sharpie. But yeah. Woo, that's a bright color. Bright. And with the paint markers, you may have to like let it dry and then go over it again or whatever. But that's up to you. So the other thing that you can do, again, if you want to add little embellishments, you can do whatever you want. So as you guys can see, there's like an earring here that I drew on here. So again, you could take paint markers if you want to and just kind of design that hoop. I think I probably should have made it a little thicker so you could actually like draw some type of designs on it if you want to. So maybe I might like adjust the or edit this SVG file that I have to make the earring wider, so you can actually, like, if you want to draw designs on the earring, you can. But anyway, if you don't want to kind of use that earring, what I did is I just took a piece of wood and I put the fabric, the same fabric that we're gonna use, I put it on this wood piece with some Mod Podge. Okay, I just put some on there and I'm gonna glue it. This is not the perfect circle for this, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's good enough. It still looks cute. So I'll probably just go ahead and I'm just going to glue this on here. I don't think I'm gonna do that right this minute, but that's what we're gonna do for the earring, okay? So let's get to the head part, okay? So I have my fabric here. We also have our glue gun here, which we're gonna be using. What I'm also going to use to kind of fill this part of the head. So, cause if I do it and I just like lay this fabric, hold on a second. If I just lay this fabric on it, it's going to, it's just going to be very flat, you know, it's going to be flat against it. So like if I just lay that on there, it's going to be very flat. It'll be cute, but it'll just be flat. So we want something that's going to kind of poof it up, right? You know, as if there's like hair or something underneath, because head wraps are not flat, right? So we're going to, what edge do I want to use of this? I think I'm going to use this part. Yeah, because I want some of the green in there. So what we're going to do is slowly go through and kind of edge this up and cut away fabric kind of as we go. You just kind of have to be a little careful with this, you know, or whatever. But then what we're also going to do is once I get like this front part right here kind of tacked down on the sides and in the front, we're going to work on the middle part. Okay, I'll show you. I can show you better than I can explain it. Okay, and as far as the raw edges, what we're gonna do is you're just gonna tuck the raw edges in so it doesn't leave a raw edge, because you don't want to put a raw edge on the outside like this. So we're just gonna tuck them on the inside, and we're gonna start like right here, almost at the edge where like the baby hair is right here. Okay, we're gonna take that. And then, like I said, you're just gonna follow this line. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let me hold it up kind of close. We're gonna start over here, and as you guys can see, there's a line, okay? There's a line where this head wrap starts and where it ends down here behind the earring, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the fabric, tuck it, and you're gonna just follow this line, and we're gonna glue piece by piece, literally on this line, okay? On this line, and then you're going to follow the contour of everything. So you don't want to go over the ear like that. We're going to glue it down, and then you're going to push this up and glue it piece by piece so it forms to the head. Okay, it's not hard. I promise you it's not going to be hard. Like I said, it's easier to show you than try to explain it. So here we go. So again, you're going to tuck like the raw edges under. You just want to make sure you have enough fabric on this side that's going to cover the other part of this, okay? Hopefully you guys can. I don't know if I've zoomed in too much. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and start gluing. Okay. You guys still see? Yeah, you can still see. But like I said, make sure you just have enough fabric that is going to cover and pull over the side. So you want to leave at least a good, you know, maybe inch, even maybe 2 inches on this side. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue. All right. So, and it's easier probably just to put the glue on here than it is to, like, I wouldn't put it on the fabric, just put it on here, and you can just kind of draw the line as you go. Okay. All right. And just work in small sections. Just work in small sections. Okay, and even if you want to use like the butt end of a, you know, thing to press it down or whatever, it's okay. You can do that. Okay, and again, we just want to make sure we have enough fabric over on this side. So now we're going to go ahead and do a little more. I tucked that fabric in a little too much. A little too much. But it's okay, because we're going to make it work. So, get your glue gun. Do a little bit more on this side. Promise it does not take a long time to do this. You want to just make sure you get enough fabric to stay on there. right. So we're gonna go ahead and do this part. Contour around the ear. Okay. Are you guys seeing how it's, I know right now it looks like real crazy, but I promise, once we get done filling it and you guys see it, it'll look so much better. All right. So, there we go. All right. So, now what you want to do is you can really kind of cut a lot, you know, this excess fabric off. Not all of it, but you want to make sure scissors at. You don't need all of this fabric on the side, and you don't need all of this up here. So our head ends right here. We want to go ahead and leave an additional maybe 2 inches from the top, because again, we're gonna fill this part in and make it bigger. So right now we're just going to kind of shave off. We're gonna cut a little off the side. We definitely don't need all this on the side here. So so now what we're gonna do is, now that we have this part on in the front, and we'll go back later and fix any loose edges or whatever. Like I said, we don't want to leave this just flat like this because it looks weird, right? Or at least I think it is. You want to make it look kind of realistic, right? So you want to add some type of cushioning in here to make it kind of full, like there's actually hair in here. Now, what you can use, like I said, we do have hair here, but I decided we're not going to use hair today because I just want to use the fabric. But you can stuff it with hair if you want and have hair coming out at the top like I did my other one. Or you can just use, you know, you can stuff it with, if you have excess fabric, you can stuff the fabric in here if you want to use it, but I like using my fabric scraps. So I'm going to show you, you can use this right here. So you can use like tissue paper, you can use whatever else. This is a plastic table liner, okay? This is a plastic table cover. Looks just like this. You get it at the Dollar Tree for $1, or well, now they're $1.25, but you get them. And this is just like a half, this is not even really a half of one. This is just one that I've torn. I've torn up. You can tear it, you can cut it, you can do whatever you want. But it's up to you how much you want to use, but you can take it and then you just stuff it under here, or you don't even have to just stuff it. If you want it to actually stay in place, you can just glue them on here. And I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm just gonna glue it in place, nothing perfect, but I just want it so it'll stay and not like move around or shift around once I, you know, put the fabric over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put like a big, huge glob of glue on this to keep it in place. And this is just, like I said, it's just a plastic, and we're just putting this on here just so it will stay in place. Okay, so now you can kind of cover it to see. And there, so like that looks a lot better, right? It looks a lot, I know it's like a little crazy, but that looks a lot better. So you want it to just be stuffed like that. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is go around and tuck these edges in, tuck it around the back. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tuck these edges of this around the back. So I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off because I feel like it's gonna take me a minute. But you guys get the idea. You're just gonna keep tucking the fabric. So again, tuck your raw edges in, and you're just gonna form it to the dips and curves. That's all we're doing, is tucking the fabric around. That's all we're doing, okay? And so I will come right back to you guys in just a second as soon as I'm done, and then we'll finish up, okay? So go ahead and tuck it in and glue your edges as you go until you get all the way over, until you get finished, okay? And we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so Lord. So it is definitely challenging working with fabric, especially a non-stretch fabric, but I don't think we did a bad job. And I said I was gonna like put it on the ends and have it out overlapping, but I ended up not doing that. I ended up just, like I showed you guys in the beginning, how I folded over the raw edge, and I just ended up like tucking it in under itself. So I don't know if you guys can see it, and I actually kind of like that better. You see? And like I said, that the paper in there, how it gives it that dimensional look, so it's not so flat, right? The only thing is I covered up my other little baby hairs. I don't know if you know, that's not a big deal. I still have these ones right here though. But yeah, or I could actually just draw some out further if I wanted to. See, it's covering them up right there, but that's okay. But other than that, she's cute. So the only other thing I need to do is, so my piece is not like big enough to really cover the whole thing right here. But that's okay because it's still cute. It's still cute, right? Do I want to turn it this way or this way? Ooh, I think I like it right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that part on, and then we're gonna be done. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. I know I don't go really extra with these. I know some people like do crazy embellishments and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't. I like mine to be very just realistic and look nice. Yeah, but you know, you could do a lot of little things, you know, like for example, like if you want your girl to be a little ratchet, okay, if you want her to be a little ratchet, you can add like a little nose ring with rhinestones right here. I actually think that would be cute. I thought about doing that to another one, but yeah, you can add a little rhinestone, and so she has a little nose ring. You know, you could put a little choker type necklace on it. You can make one of those out of fabric too. Like, let's just say, where's the, I can't really do it with, really show you too much with these, but like you could take a, you know, a strip of fabric like so, and kind of, you know, just kind of roll it up like that or whatever. Not necessarily like that, but you guys get what I mean. You could put a choker around her neck like that. You know, you could do a lot of things with it. As far as, you know, as far as up here too, as far as designing it, you can really just add whatever you want. It doesn't have to be fabric. You could completely cover it with actual hair. But I think this looks cute. She looks very like Jamaican, man. But I think she is absolutely freaking adorable. And I love how it turned out. Again, the stuffing inside of here is nothing but plastic table cover. Okay, it's plastic table cover. Just tear it apart and stuff it. But yeah, so you guys will have to let me know how you like it. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then like I said, as far as on the back, actually let me get, so I got a piece of, just a piece of yarn here. Okay, and all you're gonna do on the back is tie a knot in the yarn, and I'm just gonna tie like 2 or 3 knots. Okay, all right, so I just tie a few knots, so then you have your loop up here. Okay, and then you're just going to add a glob of glue like right here You can be generous. And then you're just gonna stick this in there. All of it. Just smush it all in there. Hold it for a second. And then you can also put some glue over it just to secure it even more. Now, like I said, this is for me. This is not for somebody else. This is just for me that I'm gonna hang up in my room maybe or something. So like I said, I don't have any of those claws, or else I would show you, but they have these like razor claw things. You can also just glue those onto the back and they can hang them up on a nail or whatever. But yeah, so that's how, and then you have a hook, and now you can just hang it on a nail or what have you, okay? That's all you really need to do, you guys. So that's how she looks. Like I said, she looks super cute. I love the matching. I love these African fabrics. I have so much more African fabrics that I want to do these for. But yeah, I don't know if I should actually sell these. It's funny, I make the silhouettes for them, but I don't actually make them like this, like handmade. I don't make them to sell, but I'm starting to think maybe I should, because so many people like ask me like, oh, well, do you paint these or do you do whatever? And normally I just tell them no. But yeah, I think she's super cute. You guys, let me know what you think down in the description box, or down in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Like I said, if you guys do want these are available in my Etsy shop, which I will put down below in the description. Other than that, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And for the people who've subscribed, welcome to my channel. For those of you guys who've been rocking with me for a long time, I know I haven't made a video in forever, but I still thank you guys for sticking with me. And again, just give me comments of what kind of videos you guys would like to see, okay? Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video soon. Bye.